Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So in this video we're gonna see how to pass different types of data from one activity to another. So different types in the sense we're gonna try strings, object with serialization, and list of objects, and objects without serialization. Now let's get into the coding. So here I have the main activity and detail activity. So main activity has 5 buttons. On tap of each button, I'm gonna start the detail activity with a type. So based on the type, receiving method would vary based on the type. So in the detail activity, let's start with the strings. So I'm gonna pass string. So you can see like it's not just string. I have passed the ID also. So ID and the username. So I have passed the ID as 5 and the username as and resolution. So that's been retrieved in the detail activity, and it's been shown up in the detail activity. Here you can see the title as pass string that is being sent with the type keyword. So what I have set this type keyword just to differentiate what kind of data that we are trying to send. So if you are sending the object, then the receiving method would vary, depends upon the type. So second one is the object. So why do we need to go with an object? Say like you have just two piece of information, then it is fine to go with put extra. But if you have 10 attributes that needs to be sent from one activity to another, it is very hard to use the put extra for 10 times. So instead we can just assign them to an object and pass that object from one activity to another. So let's see how it is. So here I have this user object. This user object has the name and ID. So here I have set the name as Android Solutions user and the ID is 27. So here I have set the type to pass object. So based on this pass object, the data retrieval would vary. So let's go to the detail activity. So here I am getting the type, and the type is being set as the toolbar title, and here I am retrieving the input data. So for the pass string, I'm just getting the data directly from the intent.extras.getInt, the username, whereas for object, I'm getting the object as get serializable. So what is the serializable? So uh, is it so easy to just assign the value to a class and pass it via bundle? No, we have an extra layer that needs to be applied. So that is called serializable. So what a serializable does is that it will just convert this class to bytes, so which is easy to stay in the memory, and receiver side, the serialized data would be deserialized, and we will be able to get this object as we send from here. So um, so this is an serialized object, and since it is serializable, a serialized object, we're gonna use the get serializable and the key to get the object, and we are just typecasting it and assigning the values to the assigning the values to the ID and name. So let's see a demo. So pass object, so 27 and a solution user. So these values has been assigned to this object, and this object has been transferred from one activity to another. Now let's move with the list. So list, when you are dealing with the list, say you have one object, but what if you have 10 objects? In that case, you can put all those objects in a list and pass that list from one activity to another. In such a case, serializable would not work. So as an alternate, you need to go with parcelable. So parcelable is an Android build. So this is particularly built for the Android. It is more faster than the serializable, so we prefer to use the parcelize. So this parcelize has a method called put parcelable array list extra. So we have the name key and the value for the key. We just need to pass the array list. This array list object must be parcelized. Only then this method would accept this array list. And as usual, we are sending the type pass list. So based on the pass list type, we're gonna retrieve the array list. So as we are sending using this put parcelable array list extra, here we are using the get parcelable array list to retrieve the data list value, which is an array list, and we are just checking if it is not null. We are retrieving the first index value. So here, since this is an array list, it's gonna have the index, right? So if you are passing more than see, like employee 1 Android, employee 2 solutions, but if you see the output, I have retrieved the first index value 1 Android and just printed it out here. So here you can see that I have retrieved the first index only. If we are just replacing with 1, it would print the second value. So bundle of. So what it does is, so this is what we are using in Java, right? Put extra, put parcelable array list extra, put serializable, so all these things. Whereas in Kotlin, bundle of is an extension function where you can just put the ID and the value for the key. So here ID is the key, 6 is the value. So we just need to put the uh, key to value. That's it. So all the typecasting will be taken care by the bundle of extension function. So this is an modern way of passing a bundle of data from one activity to another. So since we are putting those things to the bundle and assigning it to the intent, the retrieving method varies accordingly. Here you can see the intent dot extras dot. We just retrieve the values based on the key value pair and printing it out in the text use. So here you can see, like, have passed 6 as the ID and the username to Android solutions, which is being printed out here, which is similar to passing an int and string, but the syntax alone differs for the bundle of extension function. So converter. So uh, say, like, you have a list of objects, a nested list of objects. So you want to pass them without serializing or parcelizing. So in that case, what you have to do, you just need to convert that list of objects to string. So with the help of JSON library, you can convert the array list or an object to string. So it's a JSON string. You need to implement the Gradle implementation needs to be implemented for to access the JSON. So JSON is the library, right? So that needs to be implemented in the Gradle. Only then we will be able to use it. So with the help of JSON, here we have the object. Android solution is an object. This object uh, has a two different objects in it. So let me just quickly open it. So this Android solution object has the employee object and the student object in it. Though this employee and student object is not, so you can see this student object is not either parcelized or serialized, but here we are just trying to convert the whole Android solution object to JSON string. So now this JSON string, we are trying to put it in the bundle, which is being taken as the string. Here you can see the receiver value parameter is a string. So this data JSON, now parsing it again. So pass converter, since we are trying to pass the uh, uh, object to JSON converted, this object is being converted as JSON string, and this string is passed from main activity to detail activity. Here the way to retrieve the string, we are using the same way to retrieve the JSON string also. So intent dot get extras dot get string. So this data JSON is a JSON string right now, which is need to be converted back to an object. So here we are using JSON dot to JSON, whereas here from JSON this string and the class that needs to be typecasted. So here we have this as object variable, which is in this Android solution type. If we are using employee class.java, this would break because the data which we are trying to send belongs to this Android solution class. So here I am just trying to set the values of the student. So you see here the student data is student ID 1 and the name is Android solution student. Let me just do it. Here you can see the ID, and that solution student is being printed in the screen. So I have just put a log to, yeah, here you can see the complete object. Though the student object is not serialized or either parcelized, you can able to send this object from one activity to another. So all these different types of passing data types from one activity to another, it's all depends upon the name. So in some cases you may need to work with long data list which is not serialized or parcelized. You no need to go and serialize each and every class. You can just convert to a list and convert to the JSON string, and we can convert the JSON string back to the object. So this is a simplified way. Hope this video is useful to you, and yeah, this source code is available in the description. Please go ahead and check it out. Subscribe to my channel and support us. Thank you.